Monaco tonight for what I'm sure is a fun-filled evening ahead. So just going to make sure that we are live, and then we'll wait for the first couple of cars to come out on track. Right, let's check on this then.
Preparing the city streets for the Grand Prix takes 6 weeks, and another 3 weeks to dismantle it. Pretty impressive considering the Singapore Grand Prix takes 4 months to prepare, so they should be starting about now.
No one gone out on track yet. As we say it, they start to filter their way out. Can't see that we're live, so just check one more thing. Let's jump on board with Jack since he's the first one out the pits. Yeah, it looks like we're live. You can see us in the Discord channel anyway. So, Jack coming through the tunnel. Got to get back around to the start finish straight. And then we'll have Monaco underway. He hit the wall there. Sort the menus out. Just to warm his tyres up. There we go. Starting the first lap on board with Jack. Whoa, he ran a little bit wide there. He hampered himself into the first corner. Nice and smooth around near the casino section. Or the casino down there, I don't know. Shouldn't name names. Not very good at it. Anyway, we're on the way downhill into the hairpin. Just got to let the car coast through there. Looked nice and quick through there though. Been practicing, I reckon. Reckons he was out last night. I reckon he was sat on this having a bit of a practice. It comes down into the slow chicane, probably one of the main overtaking areas. You can cut that curb, as you can see. There's a way down to the third sector, and that carries some nice speed through there. Got a couple of cars ahead of him, but he's throwing the car through this section of the track. Feels really comfortable at this point. Gets the car slowed down. One more corner, open your DRS, and you're over the line. Here we go then, first lap of the night, and it is a 1:12.6. That will get beaten quite easily. A 1:10.8 by Evan already. So what about Mike in the Ferrari tonight? Xavi looks like he's already retired, which is not good. We've got Connor in the Ferrari as well. Way through the tunnel. Here he goes round onto the home straight to take the line, and Mikey goes into 8th with a 1:13. Who else have we got on laps that we can watch? What about Lebedev? He's been pretty quick, as Honky actually goes into the lead with a 1:10.7. Joey Hayward put a 1:10.7 in as well, but hasn't retired from the session, and I don't know whether that was a crash or what. But we're on board with Lebedev, who is Jack or Kazingal's teammate. He's actually been performing very well, so I'm expecting a very good lap from him. But he's actually invalidated, and I only just noticed it, so hopefully he only just did that, because otherwise, I'm watching for no reason. So is anyone actually on a hot lap? We've got an invalid lap there. We've got Bog, who is saving. What about Cav at the back here on the Mercedes on his way up the hill? Let's jump on board for a lap. Watch him go round. Let's hit the wall. It's not advisable around here. Apparently goes purple in sector 1. That just invalidated going over that corner. You can't cut too much of that because, well, you can see what happens. So have we got anyone else out on a lap? I assume that Guna and Athanasio actually puts it on provisional pole with a 10.4. Guna, is he actually on a lap? Let's just check the back of his car and see if his light's flashing. No, he's not. He must be on a hot lap. So he's done a 1:11.7 so far. Apparently goes purple, but now his light is flashing. Is that just because he's run out, or has he actually... Yeah, he might have just run out. I think he was just going for a second lap. Anyway, he's coming down to the line now. Is it an improvement? Yes, by 2.5 tenths, and that puts him 5th. Connor, is he on a hot lap? Suggesting he is. Someone trying to get out of the way there. Not sure if he hampered Connor there or not. I think Evan might be back out for another run, so we'll jump on board with him once we see Connor come across the line. He's going to put his first lap in, so we've still got, how many, 6 cars, not put a time in yet. Connor's on the way over the line and goes 10th for now. 2 Aston Martins flying at the front. I said we'd go to Evan, who's currently 4th, got a bit of time to make up if he wants to get this pole position. Certainly one of the title contenders this season. He was very good last year. He's very good again this year. I feel like he's picked on even again this year. Oh, it just goes a bit deep there. And another crossing time. See Jack earlier absolutely throwing it through there. Maradako is actually out with quali as well. The final corner. DRS is open. Can he improve on his time? That's not going to be an improvement. Who else can we jump to? What about Benny Buno? Not watched him yet. Oh, he's just clipped the back end of the wall. Sorry, Benny. Came to you at the wrong time there. Who else have we got then? Zeppo is just on an out lap. What about Hackett? What's next to him? Has he nipped around in the McLaren now? As you can imagine, and I'm sure you know, there are not many overtaking spots around this track. The quali is going to be very, very important. Hackett actually a 10th better off. That's not enough to move Brandon out of the way, but he's got 2 more sectors of this Lazio to improve on that time. So he's going to come down to the chicanes now. Get as far right as you can, heavy on the brakes. Don't do what Benny did. Navigates it well. And again, this sector I feel is a big time drain if you get it wrong. Apparently he's gone purple there though. So improving all the time. Clip of the wall there, shouldn't have cost him too much. I think it was just a graze. Carries some good speed. And now it's DRS open to the line. You can see him just clip that inside curb with throwing the car a little bit. But here we go, and it's 2/10 better off. He does get in front of Brandon. Not enough to get up there with Gunnar. So we've got 4 cars currently in the 110s. What about Honzik? Not sure on the name of this driver. I think someone is having to race under a different Lebedev. Actually gets a 109.5. That's rapid. But anyway, Honk is in the pit. Evan, what about Honky then? Must be on a hot lap, I think. This just started on the way up the hill. Too much curb there. I think that might have cost him a little bit of time. I can't talk. He's far quicker than I am. Anyway, on his way outside the tunnel now. Car slows down. This is the curve perfectly. Just pokes the edge of the wall on the way out. It's perfect. Carry a ton of speed around there. Now this is going to be enough from purple. Good speed carried through there as well. You've got to try and jump that curb and not shake the car up too much. Here we go then. And stayed off that inside curve that I was describing earlier. It's 3/10 better off. It doesn't improve him. Look at that. 2,000ths off his teammate. And Zetterville actually in here now with a 10.4. So the Aston Martin's just starting to drop back a little bit. What about Reddy? I've not watched him yet tonight, I don't think. Just in sector 1. Yeah, this is a hot lap. Like he's pulled out of the lap, and it is definitely invalidated now. Who can we go to? Brandon. I don't think we've got Brandon. He is not improving on his time, I don't think. I think he's going quicker. But Afanatu, no, he's invalidated. Honky, is he back out? He is back out. Do this one off board, shall we? Jack is now retired. Kazingle number 12, or in 12th, not number 12. Interesting. Wonder if he crashed. Can't there was some yellow flags down the pit straight. I think he was just retired in the pits. Only 4 minutes to go. There's going to be some people that want to try and improve their times here.
Here at Monaco is something of an outlier. Formula 1 regulations state that each race on the calendar must feature at least number of...
Right, he's back in the pits, so what about Bog? He's a 10th better off, but needs way more than that. Connor, no. See how hard this is. You can't find someone that you can see completing a full lap. It's a very tough track. There's 2 minutes of the session left. He's actually getting out of the way. So Lebedev, let's watch him actually because he's rapid. We're into sector 3 here. He's already in a 109.5. Probably doesn't need to go out again. He's 7/10, but he's gone purple again. He's 1.2 quicker, or 0.12, sorry. Not another second quicker. Jeez, he'd be flying off into the distance. He's going to anyway, by the look of it. So he comes across the line. Wow, look at that, 109. Really, I can't imagine anyone catching that as a second quicker than anyone else. Athanasiou's actually in the bin and could cause problems for other cars. Manages to get out of the way. What about Honky? He's on his way up. So let's just have a look at other people. Evan is only just starting the lap. Anyone getting round near to the end? What about Benny then? Oh, this is the wall. But look at this, he's nearly a whole half a second up. That's going to put him towards 7th place roughly. Okay then. What about Brandon? Making any improvements? Oh, and Brandon clicks the same wall that Benny did earlier. Zetavol, are we making any improvements? On his way down the hill, but we're starting to get final results into Lebedev is done. Evan, Guna, Hackett, Mikey, Bob, and Nella all done. We've also got Honky, Benny, Jay, Zingle, or Joe, sorry, not Jay, Connor, Maridarko, and Javi, who cannot set a time. Zetavol has now invalidated. Have we got anyone else left? He's not improving though by the look of this. So Lebedev, I think, is definitely going to be on pole here by nearly a second to Athanasiou, Zetavol, then Honky. Aston Martins have had a good qualifying session, but this is all about the race. One mistake, anything can happen. That's Cav put in a 1:12, which will put him 12th. So, just going to have to wait for this timer to tick down then. Here we go. We can finally confirm. So, Lebedev in first with a 109.2, very, very impressive. The second behind Athanasiou. Then we've got Zetavol, Honky, Benny in 5th, Joe in 6th, Evan in 7th, Reliot in 8th, Guna 9th, and Brandon in 10th. And then below them we've got Hackett, Cav, Jack, Honzik, Little Mikey, Connor, Bog, Maridarko, Nelboy and Javi. So Maridarko, Nelboy and Javi did not set a time. They've got work to do to get through the grid, especially here at Monaco. So that will be your starting lineup, and now we just need to wait for the teams to set their strategy for the race, which I'm sure will get blown out the window as soon as we get a safety car. It's a tough old race around here. So everyone has now set their race strategies, and they're making their way around the lap for a formation lap. Lebedev will lead the way. Just coming around into the final sector now, and they will take their positions on the grid. So this is not the best camera angle, so I think we're going to have to stick on board and look back. We'll try it, see what happens. Let's pick up the menu for now. So Lebedev will lead us off the line. He looks like he's a little bit slow away, and he's getting swallowed up here. Look at this already, the Aston Martin is through on him by the look of it, and that's going to be key for this race because Lebedev is over a second quicker. And I think everyone behind has got through, so well done. We've got Bog at the back of the field, dropped back a few places, but he's let his teammate through, so we've got Athanasiou into the lead of the race, off the line. Lebedev just behind him with Zetavol, Honky, Benny, Joe. I don't think much has changed too much down that end of the field. Jack looks like he might have made up a place. Let's have a look and see what strategies are like, because we're probably not going to see a huge amount of overtaking, although we've got Connor out already, and that might have been down to that hairpin, you know, but everyone has opted for mediums or hards, only a couple of hard runners, and that might explain why Lebedev did not get off the line very well at all. Loses a place, but he's going to get a strategy, come back for him later, and I think it's just a virtual safety car we've got. It is. Let's get rid of the menu. Let's get rid of the tyre choices because they're a little bit irrelevant, because we struggle today to see too many overtakes. But anyway, Athanasiou's done a great job to get away on the line. The virtual is still out. I don't think it'll be too much longer before that comes in, and as I say it, it is in. So Athanasiou probably caught out a little bit by that virtual safety car, because look how close Lebedev is already. We've got a couple of three people in the pits actually. We've got Cav, Bog. No, Bog's not in the pits. Cav, Maridarko and Xavi all in the pits. And Xavi, I think, picked up a speeding pen as well, just to go along with it. So Lebedev putting some pressure on Athanasiou, which I'm not surprised about based on the pace of Lebedev in qualifying. Only 4 tenths back from Athanasiou, and really that's keeping these guys in touch. And this is probably the closest battle on track, and it's for the lead, so we will stick with it for now. Going to find it hard to find overtakes through here, but Jack has made up another position. He's up into 10th. Who else have we got down that end of the field? Gunnar is sticking within DRS range of Brandon, but he's dropped back 2 seconds from Evan. We've got Benny Buno who's still within DRS range. DRS zone is only down the pit straight, so not a huge amount of overtaking opportunity, but we are looking at Lebedev here trying to put pressure on Athanasu, not being able to make a move just yet. He will have to be sensible around the walls of Monaco, and we've got Reliot now in the pits. I wonder if he's clipped a wall. He is in the pits. I'm sure he will get back into this race because it is far from over, and we know that round this track incidents are likely to happen. So again, this is the closest battle on track, but we will just drop back to, let's have a look at Benny Buno. He's only 4/10 back from Honky as we're speaking. And Jack has actually made a move on Gunnar. Where have they done that? Down the tunnel by the look of it. So missed probably the only overtake of the race. So apologies, Jack. But look at Benny all over the back now of Honky. Honky seems to have really good qualifying pace. Does struggle somewhat in the actual races though, certainly from what I've seen. There's plenty of time to go. And I can't remember if, I'll have to have a look in a second, but I wonder if Honky was one of the guys that went on the hards. There was a couple of hard runners up front. And Gunnar and Jack actually trade places again. So that's probably the battle to watch, but Jack must have run wide because he's been overtaken in Sector 1, which is not normally an overtaking place. Oh, Benny, bit risky there around the outside of there. I'm not sure that was ever going to get done, that move, but yeah, he tried it. I don't think he had to try it, but he tried it. But he's now surely got to line up a move here to try and get him down the pit straight with DRS. But again, he's just made a bit of a mistake on entry there, and it's cost him a good run down the pit straight with the DRS wide open. Let's just go and have a quick look. I think Jack's actually, yeah, he's in the pit. He must have made a mistake. So Gunnar's now got some respite, but Brandon's all over the back of Evan here. So let's have a little watch of this one. There seems to be 3 or 4 groups of cars now. As you can see, there's some big gaps, which makes me think there's a couple of people that have out-qualified themselves, which means that they're now struggling. And Brandon looks like he nearly ran a bit deep there. But keeps it out the back of Evan for now. Lebedev still half a second away from Athanasu and gaining all the time down the straights. Benny Buno, look at that, he's close now. Oh, and and Honky's locked up, but Benny's got nowhere to pass him, and that is the problem with Monaco. It's just not always a way around here, and that brings Joe onto the back of this group. And in fact, let's join him and watch the battle in front. Close enough, he's got a good drive and he's going to get alongside him, but Honky's pushed him. I don't know whether he should have left him a little bit more room there, but there is contact and Benny does end up in the wall. Is that damage on that front wing? If it is, it's minor. I can't see, the end plate is still there, so if there is damage it's minor, but that's not going to help Benny's cause anyway. As you can see, a bit of smoke coming out his tyres there, a bit of a lock-up. Zetevol seems to be getting a bit closer to that front battle now. He's within a second. We've got a 7-second back to this battle that we're watching right now. So those three surely will lock up a podium if they can just carry on doing what they're doing. noticeable now. It just seems to have dropped back a little bit. I think it must be where those guys at the front are fighting a little bit. But I will just leave you actually with Lebedev for a second because I've just got to go and do something very quickly. Hopefully you won't miss anything. So Lebedev still not been able to get past, but look at Benny Buno again, getting closer and closer. We're just going to have to keep flicking backwards and forwards here and hoping that we watch the right person at the right time because there's a lot going on. Not many overtakes, unfortunately. Just a lot of people closing in. It's just not the track for it, really. Let's fall back within that second, so just seems to be finding his way back behind the guys in front and then just seems to drop back a little bit. So I don't know if it's just where they're getting a little bit close together and bringing Zetavo in and then being able to just drive off a little bit. But we've got Jack at the back of the field. He's made 2 stops already. And I think he's actually, is he letting cars through? Is that him just coming out the tunnel? No, he's not that far behind. Or is he? Or is he? There is an AlphaTauri moving quite slowly, and it's not Lebedev. So yeah, I think he is getting lapped. Well, that won't be fun for him getting lapped here, because there's just no way of unlapping yourself. Benny's got through on Honky. Finally. I must not have been looking at the screen as it happened, but he's 2 seconds ahead now. So Benny has absolutely rocketed through. So I completely missed that. Obviously, I was in a world of my own. I think I was looking at the map for Jack to see where he was. And suddenly, we've got Benny through, and luckily we're on board with him. So I hope you guys saw that. But let's jump up to Lebedev then. We'll keep an eye on Benny because he seems reasonably quick. Oh, Lebedev gets very, very close there. He was, to be fair, he was going quite slowly, sort of cruising, because he knew that he was going to be quicker by the time the corner came. Now Boy's made his way up into 11th, and actually let's jump on board with him and see if he can make his way through the field. He was starting at the back, didn't set a time if you remember. Lebedev ever closer, but just can't get it done, and they're just going up the first sector. We're on board with Nell, who's currently in 11th in sector 3. He's actually up into the top 10 now because it looks like Honzik decided to pit. What about Joe then? He's right behind Honky. Honky really struggling now. He did actually start on the hards, did he? Yeah, he was the other driver that started on the hards, so I can sort of understand it. It's It's not helping his cause. Seems to be really struggling. It makes you think, could you do a medium soft round here? Because even if you do lose all your pace, there's no way for anyone to get round you. You just got to make sure you get your corner exits right. But all of these cars at the moment starting to bunch up a little bit. Honky starting to slow everyone down a little bit. It'd be nice if we could see tyre wear of the cars. Honky again running wide. I wonder if he's got damage to his wing. I imagine he has. He's going very, very slowly through some of these corners. Oh, and he's hit the wall again. And this is frustrating Joe. There's no way around him. He's just got to concentrate on getting a good exit, and that's Jack's day is just getting worse. Another 3-second penalty for him. Bog actually behind him now in the race. Joe's going to get a superior exit here. Is he going to try and chuck it down the inside? Whoa, where's it going? He was trying to throw it down the inside. But he just couldn't get enough straight line speed down there. He's got to work on this last corner onto the pit straight. Just get a good exit. Zettervall's in the pits. Benny Bruno through then. He's just got to get a good exit here. It's absolutely key. And again, it's just a little bit ropey. Trying too hard. And I don't think he's going to catch him. Not close enough. So Honky doing a great job for his teammate, making sure that he can get out in fresh air when he decides to pit. But for everyone else, very, very frustrating. And actually, nearly the top 10 now, all bunched up. Nellboy up into 8th. This is courtesy of some pit stops. And it means Zettervall's going to jump up onto this group that haven't pitted yet, and he will be able to just walk his way through when they do pit. But could be some cars going very, very long, you know, Honky being one of those, and he could just stay out as long as he wants. No one seems to be able to get round him. He can be there all day. He's helping his teammate. Lebedev's dropped off the pace a bit now. Oh, and Joe picks up a pen. We saw him just get a bit too greedy on the curb and probably getting a bit frustrated here. He's quicker. He wants to throw so much more speed into the corners. There's just no way through. That's what he needed. But again, he's just revving out on his gears. He's not going to be close enough. He might just have to try and throw it. He doesn't. Sensible. But up the hill now. Oh, and Honky's just blocked it. I mean, there's not many places that anyone can go here, really. This is the very frustrating thing about Monaco. You've got to be patient. You've got to make sure you can take the attack at the right moments. But Honky must be carrying damage. He is very, very slow. Down this section might be a place that Joe can try it. He's just got to get a good exit out the top of that hill. But at some point, he's just going to have to chuck his nose down the inside and try and make something stick here. Lebedev, though, has closed up 2 seconds to Athanasiou already. So, not sure what happened there, but Lebedev has sorted himself out. This is probably your only other opportunity, but again, he's just not close enough. Honzik and Reliot having a bit of a battle down into the hairpin by the look of it. Lebedev into the pits. That'll be why he sped up, I assume. He must have been managing his tyres or something and decided to go for it. Pit. And now he might just get the undercut, but it depends where he's going to come out. Definitely going to come out behind. Is he going to come out behind these two? He might be. He's on his way out into pits now. He's got to do it now. He's going to. That's brilliant from Lebedev. So now he's got fresh air to run in, and he's got Honky. Honky surely not going to send it. He's trying, but Lebedev is in a great place there. In the final corner, there's some yellow flags, but we're racing again. Yeah, I think Joey's just getting a bit frustrated with this now. So Lebedev has come out onto mediums. I wonder if he thinks he can go to the end here, but makes you wonder why he didn't just go on the softs. Nellboy up into 7th and putting some pressure, and he's in this group just behind Joe. He now seems to be losing touch with Honky a little bit. Ganassi's now in the pit. Benny goes through, so he's going to continue for now. He might wait for a safety car, see if that can help him. But what's going to be crucial here is Lebedev. Let's see, he's on his way down the pit straight. Afanassu, is he already out? I think he is. He's a long way out. So Evan comes through, Nellboy comes through, Zetavol's up behind Nell, who has already pitted. And that means that we've got Honky and Joe in the pits. Joe's going to be frustrated there because he's pitted and Honky is coming at the same time as him. So Joe has got through though, I think. So it must have been wing damage for Honky, as expected. And Nellboy surely just going to keep going all day until that safety car comes out. Oh, and he actually loses a bit of traction there. And Zetavol's trying to chuck it down the inside. Bit of contact, but Nell keeps the place. Lebedev puts in the fastest lap of the race. And there goes Nell and Evans, so Zetavol is now free to go. Brandon Hackett seems to be a pretty close battle here for 10th, or for 9th, sorry. But they're about to overtake Nell and Evan by look at Maradako with a 3-second penalty, and Brandon is through. Picks up 4 places in a matter of 5 metres. He's up into 7th. Mikey with a nosebleed in 6th place for now. Don't think he's pitted yet. Nellboy comes back out in 11th. So Mikey wants the safety car, I think. That will be the only way. We have got some yellow flags and it is a Haas. Which Haas is it? Is it Nell? Reddit's out. Why is Relia out? That's happened back at the previous corner, and it's a virtual safety car. That's a full safety car. It's been upgraded, and that's what Mikey needed. Mikey might get a cheap pit stop here. Jack, don't think he's going to be able to unlap himself, and I think Bob must be lapped as well. So. Don't think there's any opportunity for them to unlock themselves, but there was an issue with one of the Haas drivers. It might have been Nellboy because he's down in 14th. Nellboy has DNF. What a shame. Benny Buno leading the race. This is a good opportunity for him to come in and hit. He's not going to keep his position to Afanassu and Lebedev though, and maybe not even Zetavol. He might do a safety car. Still saying it's virtual, but the actual safety car is on track and it just seems to be driving around. Or has it finally found somewhere to stop? 6 miles from the start-finish line by the look of it. Bob goes through, so I wonder if he has been able to unlap himself. Benny is in the pits, and I think that's a sensible choice. Afanassu is leading. Benny Buno in the pits on his way out. Has he? I think he's jumped Lebedev. He has. That's great news for him then. That came at the right time. Jumps him into 2nd place. Lebedev now in 3rd after starting on pole, and he's not actually led a lap in this race after coming in pole. But the field just got a bunch up. We've not even met the safety car yet, so it's going to be a little bit of time before we get back to that stage anyway. Jack's been done for ignoring yellow flags. I wonder if that's just to unlap himself actually, because I think that's him that's just gone through. And if that is the case, screw the game. Unlap yourself. Good on you, boy. What did you get for it? Oh, who knows? He's got a mountain of penalties. But if he's overtaken there, I don't blame him. Got to do it, because otherwise you're not in the race. So, fair play. I wonder if Afanasio actually let him through. Anyway, we've got an Aston Martin safety car and we've got an Aston Martin directly behind it. We're about halfway through the race, just short of. We've got Benny Bino who's made his way up the field and currently sits in second place. Lebedev dropped down 2 places since the start. Finds himself in third. So just about got everyone caught back up for the safety car. Jack's just pitted. I don't know if the safety car will wait any more for him, but we'll find out very shortly. And it is going to come in, so Jack's got a lot of work to do to catch up. Bog also just a little bit behind the pack, but Bog might just be able to catch it. Afanasio getting ready to go, will probably go here, and he does. Off he goes then. Benny Buno about a second behind Lebedev, already putting pressure on Benny. This is probably the battle to watch, and Lebedev goes deep. Does hit Benny. Oh, and he's in the wall. Is that damage? That could cost him huge. I can't see whether the end plate is gone. It hasn't, but I bet that is damage. Honky picks up a 3-second penalty, and actually, where is Honky? Guna gets past Zettervall. Zettervall having problems because he's been quick all race. Yeah, look, the end plate's gone. So he is in trouble. Where's Honky? Down in 13th. Don't know what happened to him. But can Lebedev get back onto Benny? But if he's got damage there, that's going to be a problem. He's going to find it very, very hard around here with wing damage, especially in comparison to the two in front. But I mean, he seems quick enough there. They're already dropping Brandon. 2.5 seconds already. It's not even a lap. So these three out front are quick. Got Guna who's closing in on Brandon. Half a second behind. Evan's going to be frustrated behind Zettervall as well with that wing. Lebedev is in. He has got damage. So that is his race absolutely ruined. And Zettervall's coming in too. So some big gains there for a few people. Jack is off the bottom of the leaderboard. He's up into 15th. Well done, Jack. Hung around in the race. Might even pick up some points by the end of it. We've still got 17 racing laps left. We're on board with Guna. The two out in front are going to start cruising away a little bit. I think Athanasu and Benny. Brandon. There's the car in front of Guna here. Just not able to keep up with that sort of pace. Penalties all down the back of the field. Zettervall and Lebedev got a big job to do. I think there'll be some cars out front here that just don't pit again. Honky gets through on Maridarko. Oh, and that's bravery there. It was in that fast corner just after the chicane out of the tunnel. Yeah, that's enabled. Well, it's been a fair bit of action for a Monaco race. Normally it's just a bit of a train. Seen a few lost wings. Missed a couple of the only overtakes of the race. Pretty hard. And there's only been about 4 overtakes all race to pick them out. You can watch those gaps as much as you like, but just never know when the overtake's going to happen. And look at the train of cars behind this group. It's a little Mikey at the front of it. Oh no, is it Evan at the front of it? It's Evan at the front of it. Mikey's done well through that safety car actually, he's up in the points. Joe's about a second behind him now, must have made a bit of an error. Benny's doing well to hold on to Athanasu at the front. Guna still 6 tenths behind Brandon. Joe's caught back up to this pack, right up behind Mike. Lebedev gets past his teammate. Wonder if Jack's let him through there. Zettervall picks up the fastest lap of the race out the back. So the two out in front now, 5.5 second lead on Brandon. But even then, Brandon and Guna have pulled a long way away from this group just behind. But like, there's some more gaps starting to form, big pockets of cars, just where there's some bottlenecks appearing. And there's not actually that many penalties here. To be fair, there's not many places you can pick one up, so that's probably why. It's legal, or it's no win. The main place you can cut is this corner here. The chicane out of the tunnel. probably about it. Only keeping tabs with after us at the front. Not close enough to make a move really. Still on board with Mike. We'll just drop back a couple of cars and we'll watch it from Hackett's point of view. He's got Honky right behind him now with a better wing and some nice fresh mediums. Trying to get racy again. Goes to have a look. Can't make it. Oh, he just clipped the wall there. Not seen anyone nail that yet where they're behind another car. Finding it very, very difficult to follow through there. So it's the one place that you've got to get the better exit of the car in front. Then you get the DRS, and it's probably one of the very limited chances you get. Jack is back in the pits, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got 9 laps to go. I think I saw what caused the safety car, and I don't know if you guys spotted it, but just coming out of the tunnel, one of the Alpha Tauris looked like it was going a little bit slow, and I think Zettervall must have hit him. Not sure if it was Jack or whether it was Lebedev. I'm not too sure. But either way, we've got 9 laps to go. We've got a few people that decided to pit and some that stayed out. Athanasu, Benny maintained the lead. Guna is just behind, so we do know that Brandon pitted. Honky stayed out, he's got a penalty, probably sensible from him. And then a big group of the cars behind did decide to pit. The safety car is on its way in. So Athanasu will take over the control of the safety car. I think he's gone already. And he was wise to it, I think. But he still managed to create a bit of a gap. So here we go again then. Athanasu leading the race. Benny just behind him. Javi is in the pits. Jack is in the pits. What's going on? Why are they always pitting? They've not had good races, those two. Guna's already a second back from these two in front, and he's got a bit of pressure from Honky behind. And in fact, I think that is probably the battle to watch as Brandon puts pressure on Honky. Could watch it from Brandon's point of view, to be fair. Good view of all the cars going through the hairpin there. No damage done to anyone. This is where these pens start to become costly. Here comes Brandon on Honky then. Is he going to make a move? He's going to try. He's on the softs. That's why he's so much quicker. Oh, and he's actually going to lose a place. Look at Honky's coming through there. And that was just because he was trying to make a move on Honky. Ends up losing a place. What about Lebedev? All over the back of Joe. Oh, look at that, he chucks it down the inside there. Makes it through. I think it's clean enough. Oh, and look at the McLaren chucking it down the inside. So Joe's lost 2 places there in a matter of 2 corners. Lebedev is probably the guy to watch. But Honky's actually closing in on Honky. Oh, he's trying to go around the outside. That's desperate, that move. And look at that, we knew Brandon was going to be there. Couldn't quite make a roll reversal. And it all seems a bit desperate. Just got to be careful, you just raced 32 laps. Do not lose the front wing now. Lebedev doing a good job of just trying to keep close to them. And we'll try and pick them off as we can down some of the straights. And that's the best exit we've seen down here today. This is a good opportunity here then. Making a move on Hackett. Hackett closes the door and there's no way around there. So is Honkett's going to be desperate again as we've got Honky actually flashing no ERS. Guna can stay there in 3rd. What a race from him up 9 places. And the person we're on board with now, Honda, has also made up quite a few places. 9. Little Mikey's up 7, and into the points. There's some good races out here from some of them. And he's actually keeping tabs with Athanasu out front there. Honky looks like he's starting to struggle on those tyres. They are reasonably old. 16 laps, very old. Brandon would be very, very frustrated on soft tyres. Whilst he was trying to make a move, actually gets overtaken. Benny's actually closing in, starting to put some pressure on Athanasu now. So this is where Honzik and Honky came together earlier. He's not close enough right now. Whoa, as Honky hits the wall and he's out! His wheel's off, Honky is out! There is enough time for there to be a safety car, but for some reason there isn't one. That's probably the worst accident we've had all day. I haven't seen them all, but it looks the worst. So, Honzik and Brandon are through then. Surprised that wasn't a safety car. Honzik now pushing Gunnar along. Here he comes. Goes down the outside again. He's not going to get this done. I don't think Gunnar's going to cover that off. Just got to be careful. He's got Brandon right behind him. Watch it from his angle. Here goes Honzik. Oh, he can't quite make it stick. That would have been brave to keep it going round the inside there. Surely we'll have a look down the inside now. Nope, doesn't chuck it in there. Problem is, any sort of poor corner now, you could see yourself down in 10th. More yellow flags, but it's all sorted itself out. They're back into the points, up into 9th. We're on board with Honzik. Oh, Gunnar is slow away there and he's looking out the inside, but again, can't carry it through there, has to pull out. And that would be frustrating Brandon, who's right on his case behind, look. It seemed like a good exit from the pair of them there, but it's Honzik. Honzik does get it done this time on Gunnar. Gunnar gets a better drive up the hill, but Honzik with the better tyres manages to cover that off. And now we've got Brandon looking at the back of Gunnar. See Gunnar just struggling with his battery. A lot of overspeed there, but again I think Gunnar's going to cover this off really well. We've got more yellow flags. Not sure where. Is that Jack in the pits, unfortunately. This race is finished. Brandon scraping the wall there. And that Honzik has started to pull out a bit of a gap now on these two. Brandon then. Gunnar trying to cover it off, but not. Oh, and they actually touch. Gunnar hits the wall, and that means Evan hits the wall. And there's a bit of a bottleneck going up here. Let's look at it from Mikey's point of view, and Evan's cut across Gunnar. Gunnar into the wall, that's damage. Oh, now he's hit someone else, and look at this. Evan's trying to let the cars back through. Mikey's gained so much from this, and Gunnar is dropping back. He's got damage everywhere. There's not a lot he can do. He's just had to drop back and back. And unfortunately, I mean, none of it's on purpose, but Evan's been involved in a couple of crashes this season. Look at that in front. Lebedev forcing his way through on Hackett there, so he's up into 7th. He's a big gainer from that bit of an accident. But look at Mikey up in 5th, and he's actually catching Brandon. Is it because Brandon's tyres are falling off a cliff here? He wasn't involved in any of that. I mean, he started it, but you'd have thought he would have driven away by now. Gunnar is going to be out of points, and that's rough for him. Still no change really at the front. They're now on their final lap. And there's not much going on down here. There's a bit from these three in a line here. Maridarko, will he make a move? He's going to chuck it down the inside. It's the wall and tapes Hackett out. Oh dear. Hackett gets a penalty for corner cutting. I don't think that will stick. But that was really, really silly. Let's jump on board with Athanasiou, who hasn't had much camera time today, but that's because he's just controlled this race. Benny's been right there with him. Good strategy. Waited for the safety car and pitted, and that promoted him. And he stayed out the way of all the carnage. But here we go. Down into the chicane. Lots more time. Barring anything silly, this is Athanasiou's race. And here he comes now, final corner, one last time, and he's going to come through and take the check flag. He's got to be happy with that one. Athanasiou takes the lead, takes the win. Benny Boone over in 2nd. Honzik makes his way through into 3rd. Brandon into 4th. Little Mikey going to be buzzing with 5th. Evan, last lap controversy again, comes over in 6th. Lebedev recovers to 7th. Hackett in 8th. Cav in 9th. So Maridarko's dropped back a place. Comes down in 10th. Gunnar, so unfortunate for him. And it actually gets 10th because of penalties. Bob finishes 12th. Joe in 13th. Jumps to 12th because of Bob's penalties. And then Xavi on his way round. Take the check flag. Well, pretty exciting last couple of laps. I'm sure there'll be some drivers very disappointed with the last couple of laps. But for a Monaco Grand Prix, it wasn't the worst. We'll go through the official standings again. And then we'll wrap it up for another week here. I think a lot of the drivers will be glad to get out of Monaco, to be honest. Apart from this man, Athanasiou, the Greek wizard, takes the top step on the podium. So Athanasiou wins the race. Congratulations. Benny Buno, brilliant race from him. Good strategy. 2nd place. Honzik in 3rd. Brandon 4th. Little Mikey, massive gains there in 5th. Evan in 6th. Lebedev up to 7th. Well, say up, down to 7th. Hackett in 8th. Cav in 9th. Gunnar in 10th. Maridarko just outside the points in 11th. Then we've got Joe, Bog and Xavi that finished. Then those people that did not finish, we've got Jack, we've got Honky, Zetterville, Nelboy, Relia and Connor. Well, considering it was a race at Monaco, quite enjoyable, especially the last couple of laps there. Quite a bit of carnage going on. But we'll be back again next week. I think it's Qatar next week, don't quote me on it, but it'd be great to see you there. But for now, thank you very much.